Hello creative witches and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to be making a leek and potato soup, and it's going to be magically charged for protection and grounding. So the reason I've chosen leek and potato soup is because it's a really simple recipe that I cook all the time, and the elements come together in a magical way. So we're going to be using leeks, which are a masculine protective energy, and potatoes, which are rounded and feminine, connected to the moon, and also very grounding because they grow underground. So protection and grounding, they go together, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So I actually have the recipe written out for you to have a look at if you like. But we're starting off with 3 leeks, and we're just chopping those up. Doesn't have to be perfect, just chopped. And we're going to chuck those into a nice big saucepan, and with a little bit of olive oil or butter, whatever you choose to use, and just fry those for about 3 to 5 minutes until they're ready. So I've chucked those in there. Now the potatoes are quite special. So what I've done is I've taken my peeler and used the end of the peeler here to engrave rune symbols into them, just to give them an extra boost of magic. So as you can see, this potato here has this rune which symbolizes grounding, which is one of the elements that we're working with tonight. And then this one here, this rune is for health, which of course we're eating, so we want it to be nice and healthy. And this one right here, I'm going to do it right now. You can also use a ritual knife if you want to, or anything that's nice and sharp. But these potatoes, they've got their skins on and they've just been washed under the water, and we're going to leave the skins on for the cooking. So this rune here is for protection. Also, I've done one more potato, which is this one here, and I have put onto that a pentacle, because that is the ultimate magical symbol, all of the elements together in the circle. So that will just give our soup a really beautiful magical feel for grounding and protection. This is a great soup to make for after ritual or spell working. If you feel like you need to be grounded or you feel that need for protection, this is perfect. So we've got our 4 potatoes. I'm going to chop those all up and put them into the pan now, I'd say, for those leeks are probably ready. With this we're going to have 4 cups of stock, and I use vegetable stock because in my house we're mainly vegetarian, so I just use stock. And they're the 3 ingredients that make this soup, is the leeks and the potatoes and the stock. So it's so simple. And honestly, everything that you cook in the kitchen can become magical. I think even if you're not aware of how to make things magical, or spell casting or witchery of any sort, when you're cooking you naturally infuse the food with your energy and your love, and whoever you're cooking for is going to absorb that. So when you're cooking, keep your mind really nice and clear. Think about how lucky you are, you know, for your health and for your family and your home and your kitchen that you have. You know, it's just all about bringing that energy and putting it into your food so that when you do eat it, you all feel nice and happy afterwards. I'm going to add all of this potato to the pot. I'm going to stir it up. As you can see, this is my kitchen and it's quite normal. It might be a little extra more colourful, but that's just my personality. And everyone's kitchen is a sacred space where you can make things and you can transform, you know, your raw ingredients into one thing. It's so magical and it's just so taken for granted these days. So I really would like to emphasize that. Also your spoons. You can make your wooden spoons magical tools. And I have a thing for spoons. So I actually collect them and friends collect them for me from op shops and stuff like that, and the special ones I like to make into something even more special so that when you're stirring them, you know, your crystal on the end or something like that will help to infuse with magic, and you can devote your magical stirring spoon to the goddesses of cooking and home and family. So there's so much more that you can put into your meals that make them really magical. So I'm going to give that another stir. I'm going to put in the vegetable stock. And put the lid on. I'm going to leave that for about 20 minutes. Once the potatoes are really nice and soft, you can let it cool for a little bit. If you've got one of these awesome things, a stick blender, stick it in, blend it all up until it's really, really nice and smooth. And then all you have to do is put that into a bowl. We really like chives, so we put a lot of chives. It's not just a garnish, it actually adds to the flavour. And if you like, you can put sour cream in there. We really like to fry up some cubes of halloumi cheese because it just goes really nice, that saltiness. If you're not vegetarian, you could use bacon. There's a lot of options you could use, but this infused with your magical symbols, the runes, they're really simple to carve. They're straight lines, nothing too fancy. You know, you can chop it all up. You can make yourself this beautiful soup that's infused with so much love and magic for yourself and for your friends and your family. And voila, there's your soup. So I hope that you all have a go and you can all enjoy some potato and leek soup very soon. See ya.